this video, you're going to learn how to spot the real signs of lying, not the fake ones everyone repeats. You'll learn the exact questions professional interrogators use to make liars reveal themselves, and how to apply those same tools in everyday life with coworkers, neighbors, even family, without them realizing you're testing them. By the end, you'll have a playbook that puts you steps ahead in any conversation. Most people think spotting liars is about watching for shifty eyes, fidgeting hands, or nervous voices. But liars know those tricks too. Clever ones will stare you dead in the eyes, sit perfectly still, and rehearse their story until it sounds smooth. If you rely on myths like those, you'll be outmaneuvered. The real secret is noticing what changes when the stakes rise. You begin by setting a baseline. Ask simple, harmless questions. Where are you from? How was your day? What do you usually do on weekends? While they're comfortable, you watch. How do they speak? Do they gesture? How do they breathe? That's their normal. Now you press. The questions get harder, and you're watching for change. Does their voice go up in pitch? Do they suddenly stop moving their hands? Do their answers spill out with unnecessary details? Do they blink differently or take too long before answering? These shifts are the cracks where truth leaks through. But don't forget context. Crossed arms might look defensive, or maybe it's just cold. A scratch on the face could be stress, or just an itch. One behavior means nothing, but clusters, 3, 4, 5 changes stacking together. That's where the deception starts to shine through. Now let's get into the questions, the real weapons interrogators use, and the ones you can adapt in your own life. The first is the bait question. In intelligence work, it might sound like, is there any reason a camera might have caught you leaving that building on Tuesday night? If the suspect is innocent, they'll answer cleanly. If guilty, their brain surges with panic. Do they have a camera? What do they know? That uncertainty leaks out in hesitation or too many words. Now picture this in real life. You think your partner might be seeing someone else. Instead of asking, "Are you cheating?" you ask, "Is there any reason someone might have thought they saw you at that restaurant last night?" Or with your teenager who insists they were home, you ask, "Is there any reason someone might have seen you near the mall yesterday?" Or with a coworker, "Is there any reason someone might have noticed your name on that report?" Innocent people answer smoothly. Guilty ones stumble, because they don't know how much you already know. The second is the punishment question. In an interrogation room, it might be, what do you think should happen to the person who stole this money? Innocent people usually say, they should return it, maybe face charges. Guilty people minimize, maybe just a warning. Because in their mind, the punishment belongs to them. At home, you can use this on kids. You find a broken glass in the kitchen. Both deny it. You ask, what should happen to the person who broke this? One says, no TV for a week. The other says, maybe nothing, it was just an accident. Which one broke it? With a partner, you suspect they're hiding messages. You ask, what should happen if someone in a relationship was hiding texts from their ex? Innocent partners will say, that's betrayal, that should end things. Guilty ones wave it away. It's not a big deal, everyone does it. Even with friends, you can use it. Someone swears they didn't gossip about you. You ask, what should happen to someone who lies to their friends' faces? The innocent says, that's not forgivable. The guilty says, oh, people exaggerate, it happens. The third is the hypothetical evidence question. Interrogators use it like this. Is there any reason your fingerprints might be on that bag? Even if they don't have prints, the guilty suspect doesn't know. It forces them into panic. In daily life, it's just as powerful. With a coworker, is there any reason your login might show up on that file? With a teenager, is there any reason someone might have thought they saw you with the car keys last night? With a neighbor, is there any reason someone might have said they saw you near the fence when it broke? Each time, the innocent answer is simple. But the guilty person doesn't know how much you know, and their fear shows. Now let's cut through the myths. People say liars avoid eye contact. Not always. Some liars stare too much, forcing themselves to look honest. People say liars always fidget. Not true. Some freeze into stillness. And polygraphs? They measure stress, not lies, which is why innocent people sometimes fail. The real cues are smaller. A mouth that suddenly dries, a throat that swallows more than usual, answers that drown in unnecessary detail. Defensive language like, "Why would I do that?" That makes no sense, or repeating your question just to buy time. Alone, these don't prove anything. But together, especially when they show up as a change from baseline, they form a pattern you can't ignore. So here's your playbook. Start with baselines. Watch for change. Don't jump on one signal. Wait for clusters. Raise the stakes to make lies leak. Use bait questions to plant doubt. Use punishment questions to force self-incrimination. Use hypothetical evidence to trap the guilty in uncertainty. And never fall for myths. When you use these tools, you walk into any conversation with an advantage. People will sense you see through them, even if they can't explain why. So the next time you need the truth, don't just watch for shifty eyes or nervous hands. Watch for change. Apply pressure. Ask the questions. And remember, truth stays calm. Lies break under weight. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe. This channel is all about fortifying your mind, sharpening your perception, and building self-mastery. Every video is designed to give you an edge in life.